Back to Manly Lofts. It's time to get these guys out for a fly. And in fact, it's going to be some of these guys probably second training toss. A couple of them will be their first one. These are all my barless splits. It's a nice cool morning. Had to wash a little bit of ice off the window, so now the sun's up, it's going to be a perfectly clear run for them. These guys, if they should be able to do this 6 kilometers easy. Most of these guys have been flying around this loft for, especially the older ones, for quite a while, ever since we've brought them out here, because some of these are the original ones from my other house, and they didn't really do much there. So our aim is, our loft faces northwestish. And the race line's this way anyway. Not that these guys are ever going to reach a race, but I'm just keeping my toss point simple and not trying to pick and change all the time. So we're going to have them out this direction, 6 kilometers that way. So we'll jump in the car and see how they go. There is 11 birds in there. These are only the split barless, but basically 50% of their genes is blue bar, other 50% is barless. The barless is recessive, that's why you'll see that all these guys are blue bars, and there is some turkey ones in there, which are the first generation of splits that we created. There is the second generation there as well, which are definitely a lot better flyers. So hoping to weed them out to find out which ones are the better ones. There is a couple of the pure barless in there, 2 hens, and I have another hen over there, which are actually really good flyers. They keep up with all these all these other birds in here. So it'll be interesting to see how these goes. If they make it back from this 6 kilometer toss, we might look at a 12 kilometer toss tomorrow, and we'll just keep upping it until we get to a certain distance, and then we'll just wait for these birds, because if these guys get up to 50 kilometers, then I'll be overly impressed from the quality anyway, because we started with a pretty hopeless hen. But barless is a very, very hard colour to find, or pattern, whatever you want to clarify it as, in Western Australia or in Australia in general. Most of them are just crossbreds and all this kind of stuff. So we're trying to improve it, but it's a long project. But we need to thin out the this majority of them, because there is 11 there, and they take up 11 perches. And as you've been following this, if you know that some of them aren't that fantastic at flying, so a lot of you are going to be very happy with this if not many of them turn up. Let's get them out to the toss point. Right, now the train's passed, we're at our spot. It's not the most clearest spot, but it is probably the best spot I can find that's within that 6k, 5k radius. This is 6 kilometers. So let's get them out, and we'll quickly race home and see if they do beat us. They've been sitting here for about 10 minutes now, so it's going to be interesting to see who wants to walk home and who wants to fly. All right, let's go. You guys want to hurry up? You're going to miss. You don't want to be left behind, I can tell you that. Come on, you aren't walking home. All right, maybe you wanted to walk home. Let's get this back in here and see where they went. They actually joined up with some cockatoos by the looks of it, but most of them are together. They went in behind that tree there. There they are there, already up pretty high. So I better get a wriggle on, because they might beat me home. So let's get out of here and let's get home and see if they beat us. I'm kind of a little bit confident that they will at this rate. I've almost cleared it. They're gone. There's only one by itself. Oh, I better get moving. Let's go. Right, just got back home. Let's have a quick little look and see if anyone bet me home. I highly doubt it. No, there's no coloured rings in there, which is good. So we might have bet them home. So it'll be interesting to see if any do drop in very shortly. So we'll sit here patiently and wait. I don't know, we'll see. You got to remember little ferals in there too. So he's a bit of an underdog. I'm hoping that he might prove us wrong, but we'll just wait and see. All these birds are waiting for the sun to come around so they can sit in there, because it's a little bit chilly this morning. Had our first one drop in. Not sure the hours of it yet, but oh, she's pretty flighty, so obviously she come in pretty hot. Is she gonna go in, is she? She's actually the first round, I'd say. She might even be Bluey's mother. So she, yeah, definitely looks like her. I have to get a bit closer and have a look. She's a little bit frighty. She come in hot. I'm just out here doing a few bit of pegging and marking out around here for this new thing. But she just come in from this direction really hot. So it's gonna be interesting to see. She's say that's her. We'll trap her and see. She's got a pink ring on it, so I'm pretty sure that's her. I should go in a minute and I'll have a look. Yeah, so that's her. She's definitely the first one back. There's no other ones in here. She's panting a fair bit. I think she's stressing quite a bit. They are a little bit unfit, those, especially those barless ones. I didn't really want to fly too much, but yeah, we'll wait and see. Hopefully give it a few more hours and we'll just see where we're at. We did drop them off for about 3 hours ago, so there is a chance that she could have went back to my last house because she has been out there. But we'll wait and see who else turns up and see what happens. But she made it back, so she's still here. Good girl. And I just had one more drop in, so that brings the total to 4. We'll go in a minute and I'll show you who those 4 are. But if you want to go down and check the description, check out links to my other channel. There's a couple other channels there, other videos. If you enjoy this content, there's plenty more there. Let's have a little bit of a look in here because I think a lot of you are going to be pretty happy. You should probably know this little character here. Little Feral. Hey, little Feral. He made it back. He's a strange looking pigeon. He's actually not a feral anyway. A lot of people do comment saying, why would you keep a feral pigeon? He's actually not. He just had a bit of a rough start to life. And that's why he calls feral, because he's a bit of a funny shape. He's got a funny tail. He's always had a very short tail, and he didn't really have a tail there at all for a little bit anyway. So he made it back. Good on him. And we've got these 2 hens up here. They are probably the first round of barless hens, but they are definitely the better split barless. But they are the better quality out of the ones we had. And then we have one of their sons that made it back as well. So that's a total of 4 wherever he went to. He's here somewhere anyway. He's a big boy. I think that's him down there. So that's one of the sons that made it back. And I don't know if he's paired up with that hen down there maybe, but looking a little bit cozy down there. I think he was paired up with the black hen, but before we took her out. But now he doesn't have a hen. So that's it. We made, out of the 11, we've got 4 back so far. We got Feral, which he's back on his perch down here. And we got 2 hens and one of the cocks back. I'm going to close this video out in a minute. I'm going to get all these birds out for a fly. I'm very keen to see how they will fly that now we've removed a lot of those slower split barless. So it's going to be interesting. That's probably going to be in the next video. So stay tuned. And then the other ones, if they want to come back in, they can. I'm not going to force them to fly. They've been out. I think they've been there about 3 or 4 hours. It took them to do that, it's pretty disappointing, but we can probably get them back out there tomorrow or the next day over the weekend, just the same spot. And I'm hoping that return is far quicker than that 3 or 4 hours. So we'll see how we go. We'll probably have a few more birds drop in tonight, just before nightfall. So fingers crossed for that. But hopefully we're going to start weeding out the thinner ones. We're starting to do it slowly. I just didn't want to be too hard on that barless project previously, but now we need to be a lot harder on it because we are getting a little bit more serious about flying these birds. So stay tuned. I'm going to see you all in the next video.